And a peck, that's how much I love you. That's the song. Do you think you could sing it?
Yes.
Now when you sing bushel, point to the bushel. And when you sing peck, point to the peck, okay? Here we go.
I love you, a bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck.
And a hug around the neck, a hug around the neck. And a bushel and a peck, that's how much I love you. Very good. You're good singers. Now,
I only get to make some. I hope we see it.
I love
I just feel some cake in here.
me too.
Hey.
Okay. This is the bakery where we make all those yummy things we were talking about out in the other room. And this picture here shows you apple pies before they get the lids on them. Wow. In each pie, there's over 5 pounds of apples. Everybody put up 5 fingers. That's how many pounds of apples we have in our pies.
Wow.
And this picture here shows you those same pies after they have the lids on them and after they've been baked. They're very hot when they come out of the oven, so we put it on a rack like this. Red Legos here and all the blue Legos here. That means you've sorted your Legos, and we have to sort our apples because some apples we sell as apples, and some apples we make into pies, and some apples we make into apple cider. So I'm going to show you how we do that. Now, this is the only place that I'm going to ask you to be in the line. And when we go in this room, you're going to see, as you're walking along, there's a crack on the floor. I want you to stay to this side of that crack, okay? So make one line and follow me.
one
line.
Wait.
Just single file.
One line.
One line. One single line. All right, come on.
Matthew, get in line. One line. Listen.
One line. One single line.
When we're sorting apples, there's 2 people standing over there and 2 people standing here and 3 people that stand around that circle there. And we pick up every single apple. The first thing we look for is to peel those boo-boos off. And this apple makes a delicious apple pie. So we put that in a different box. We pick up the next apple. Is it red?
Yeah.
And it's perfect, so it goes in here, and that's going to be an apple. What's the matter with this apple? What else?
What color is it?
What color is it?
Green.
Green. And didn't I say they're supposed to be red?
Yeah.
So this apple goes in here. And that's what we do. We keep sorting the apples over and over until we have these 2, but we have a third kind, and that's this. This apple is kind of green, and it's small, and it has some boo-boos on it. By the time we peeled those boo-boos off, there wouldn't be anything left to the apple. So these are the apples we're going to make into apple cider.
Oh.
So that goes into a different box. Every single apple that is in that great big huge box there we look through. And we sort them into those 3 categories until all the apples are gone. And that's how we sort our apples. Now, when we get ready to make apple cider, we take all those little apples and other apples that don't make good pies, and we put them on this machine again. And they get washed again. And they go along here, but instead of sorting them...
Do not pick them up off the ground unless you dropped an apple. If you dropped an apple, you can pick it up. That's okay. Grown-ups get to pick as well. What you grown-ups can help us out with is we use as little spray material as possible on our apples. We have to use some, but we don't use a lot. So if you look at the apples before you pick them instead of picking and throwing down, we don't pasteurize our cider. All the apples on the ground are garbage. If you leave the ugly ones up on the tree, I can squish them, all right? So when you pick your 2 apples, you can put them in your backpacks, head back here, and we'll walk to the pumpkin patch, right?
Oh, we will walk.
One at a time.
Everybody will get off.
Easy. Check it out. Check it out. All right. Hey, baby girl. Good job, okay?
See that?
Careful.
Matthew.
I don't know that I swing my backpacks around. Use little bags. bags because that would take us forever. We use what's called a picking bucket. We carry this over to the trees and we fill it up with apples. It's about 40 pounds of apples. We lean over those big bins you saw down with Mrs. P on your tour. We go like this, and all the apples come falling out of the bottom. And we pack it up and we keep going until all the apples are picked or all the bins are full. And all the bins are never full because Mr. Mackey will just keep bringing us more bins. Does anybody have any questions for me about apples? Questions? Yes.
What are apples made of?
What are apples made of? They grow in a tree. They're a fruit. We plant baby trees and after 3 years, the apples come on the tree.
First they start growing seeds, then they grow bigger.
The seeds to the tree. And then the tree to the apple blossom, and the apple blossom to the apple, and then we pick it.
They grow to apple.
She forgot.
That's okay. Yes?
Do animals eat them?
Do animals eat them? Yes, they do. That's why we put the fence up, to try and keep the animals out.
Little apples too.
They eat apples and apple trees. And then if they eat the apple trees, they can't make any more apples.
Birds eat little apples.
Did you have a question?
Ariana. Charisma.
Did you guys have questions?
Ariana, did you have a question?
No? Okay. All right.
Jamal Elliott.
Sit. For the farm. You're going to repeat after me again. You ready?
Listen.
Apple!